Hi, it's Ines, and I'm back with another recipe. I'm going to be making tonight a version of chicken pot pies. My 10-year-old loves it, and I need to get started. So I started this morning by putting 3 good-sized chicken breasts into my crock pot back there and just kind of let it cook. Threw a little bit of bouillon sprinkle on that and let it go for about 3 to 4 hours. Was running around doing errands, so that was perfect. When I came back, I'm just shredding up the chicken back there, and then I'll return it back into the crock pot with 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. Really easy. I'm just trying to heat it through, and into that I'm going to add, for one recipe, because I am doubling it, you're probably going to put about 1.5 cups of vegetables. Now, my son Jonas, he was gone all last week, so I'm doing this dinner for him, so he loves this recipe. I'm going to add broccoli and carrots and corn because it's kind of what I have in my freezer. So if you have a medley, like a vegetable medley in the can, use a can. That'll be perfect. So just kind of use what you have, and I'll show you what that looks like for us too. So here I have it all ready back into the crock pot. I have my corn in there. I have a pack of frozen carrots and some frozen broccoli. And I have my 2 cans of cream of chicken soup. So you can see we're just heating it through. That's all. So I'll probably leave it here for about half an hour or so, just to kind of get these all kind of thawed in or cooked in a little bit. I do have only 1/2 cup of cheese in here, so I'll probably be adding a little bit more, because if you're just having the one recipe, it'll be 1/2 cup of cheese. And then sprinkled it on top of the little muffin tins, and you'll see how I'm putting them together. So I'm just going to get the pans ready and prepped with the biscuits. I just like to use the jumbo biscuits. They can be Pillsbury. Walmart makes a great brand. And so pretty much all you're going to do is just take it and flatten it out. So you're making yourself like a pie crust. So I'm just going to flatten them out and then put them in the pie tin, or in the muffin tins. I want to make sure there's a good bottom and it goes all the way up through the top, so kind of making like little cups. And I'm just going to do them all. Ready for the mixture. So my mixture is done. Do you want to see it? I don't know if you can see that. It's just it almost looks like rice in there, but it's not. It's just the chicken, the soup, the cheese, and about 2 cups of vegetables. So it's ready to go into my little biscuit wells right in here. So just about a dollop in each one. I will tell you that this is, like I said, my 10-year-old's favorite, one of his favorite recipes. It's actually really easy to eat anyways. I mean, it's just so good. It's very kid-friendly. I have 4 boys, and they will all eat some of this. And whatever is left over, if we don't want to have it the next day, they freeze nicely. Kind of like my breakfast biscuits, like the little turkey ones, which we're going to be pulling those out starting tomorrow. This is Thanksgiving week, and so now we can start pulling those things out. We have my father's coming in a couple of days, and he will love those too. So I am just so pleased with how those little turkeys turned out, and I'll link the video to the top if you want to take a look at it. It's so fun. Anyways, my first pan is all set, and so all I'm going to do is sprinkle a little bit of cheese on top. And we'll bake those in 350-degree oven until the biscuit's done, about 15 or so minutes. I just want to make sure that the dough is completely cooked. And they are ready. Super yummy. The kids love it. And I'll show you what it looks like when it's all done. I had some leftover mixture, about, I don't know, maybe a cup or 2. So I normally don't, which is kind of funny that I had some leftover, which is fine. I must have just put too much chicken, and that's totally fine. So let me tell you what I think I'm gonna do with this. So there's a few things I can do. I could just put it in a baggie and freeze it and just put it for another time if I make these biscuits. I can serve it with rice and put the mixture on top and call it another meal, and especially for hubby's leftover for lunches that he usually gets as kind of leftovers. Or what I might just do is just serve it with what we're having alongside the biscuits, which are going to be mashed potatoes. Now, I normally make mashed potatoes from scratch, but I have a box of spuds that I need to get rid of because I had them for our preschool Thanksgiving feast, and I didn't know how much I was going to need, so I had bought a big box. So my son loves mashed potatoes, and I said, would you care if I just made them from the box? And he said, sure. So I'm going to make a batch of those potatoes, and what I'll do is just put the leftover chicken mixture just alongside the mashed potatoes, and my husband will love it and call it lunch. I just took them out of the oven and look at them. They look delicious, but they look a little crazy, but a lot of delicious. But it is so good and worth it. So underneath all that gooiness is, of course, the biscuit crust. And it made some leftovers. So here I have the mashed potatoes with the sauce, so to say. And I made another one over there. There's Jonas ready to have his bite. You want to try it?
Yeah.
Hot? Too hot?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's good.
Is it your favorite? You like that one, huh?
Yeah.
Is it a thumbs up?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for joining me today. This kid-friendly meal didn't take very long to make. By putting it together, you can tell Jonas liked it. He even ran away and said, that was really good. So I need to get all the dinner plates ready. And like I said, the leftovers I can freeze, or we can have them tomorrow. But they are delicious. And so I'm so glad you stopped by today. Come back. You never know what I'll be rolling out next.